But
What's up?
I don't know if anyone's going to show tonight.
All right. Well,
I mean, they might, because we have a mixed crowd, but some of our normals come from the David Finch fan server.
yeah, you
He's
were telling me that.
he's streaming tonight at 9,
Okay.
but he's not doing a drawing. He's already done the drawing, so he's just basically coloring the drawing in with markers after he's already done the heavy blacks and everything. So it shouldn't be all that long of a stream if he's just going to finish that drawing.
Right on.
Like now, it's different if you do the whole drawing. Usually he does penciling, and he either does penciling all the way or he does inking. Like he'll just do a rough and then ink it.
Right.
Okay. Since I didn't get sent any new miraculously cool pictures, got to work with what I got.
Right on.
Put some music on. I thought I did, but apparently I didn't. Yeah, I don't know who's going to show or not, but like Brett's not from that server. He's a writer.
All right.
Mark is me, Jake, and Mark. Me, Jake, Mark, and Brett are in a writing group. So Jake said he's not going to be able to show up, but I think he's shown up like once. Which is not to say anything bad about him, just that I don't really expect him to show up.
Right on.
So if he shows up, it's a surprise. Why is it everybody else can clean my glasses except for me?
That's the way it usually works, man.
And every time I try to clean my glasses, it looks worse than when I started. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, I don't know. The Joe that usually shows up is asking me if I was going to go to a convention that's coming.
Oh, that's cool.
Next month, and there's a lot of artists going to be there. David Finch is going to be there. Chris Claremont, who used to write the X-Men, Joe Jusko, and Joe Jusko, Rick Leonardi. He was actually one of the artists when I first started reading X-Men as well. Yeah, like there's a huge list. Walt Simonson, Rick Leonardi, Alan Davis.
Oh, shit.
Joe Jusko kind of thing, because there's a lot. I was surprised at how many are showing, and some of them are older artists that have been around a while, but I haven't seen them in a while, or they don't normally do, or I don't see them normally doing conventions.
Right on. Can I see the concept picture you're going off of?
In a minute.
All right. What's up, Joe?
It's not a concept. It's a Just a
well,
reference.
idea. Yeah, reference. That's the word I meant. Sorry about that. My
Uh,
bad.
the concept is somebody yelling because they're going crazy.
Right.
But I've done 2 face forward, so I wanted to do 1 face sideways, and I'm just doing some rough.
What's up, Raymond? Raymond and Joe are in chat.
It's very cool. Ray is my
fellas?
patron.
Yeah.
Ray, did you catch the last 2?
Oh.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird guy, a weird lighting, everything. But it's from the side, so
Right.
it's just a reference to work from the side.
Hey, Joe says he's hanging out. He's gonna draw along like usual. So,
Very cool.
glad to have you, man.
I was saying, I don't know if Dave's gonna be doing a long stream this time because he's already done the drawing.
Who knows?
Well, he doesn't. If he's already done the drawing, then that's some of the work already done.
Well,
So that cuts down the time. Usually, he's doing the drawing. I guess some of the paint streams he hasn't done. So what I'm trying to do is take some relationship measurements. Not very easy.
did you just say you were easy?
Well, I said it's not very easy, but
Oh, you said it.
okay.
I thought you said I'm very easy. I'm like, are you self-promoting out here or what?
No.
You need to do that side hustle.
I'm gonna say that Amanda wouldn't say I'm very easy.
No.
She'd probably say I'm difficult.
Well, you know,
She'd be
it's
right.
in the eye of the beholder. You know?
She'd be right. I'm pretty difficult.
Not me. I mean, well, okay, sometimes I'm stubborn. But, just sometimes.
So the basic picture that I'm working from,
Right on. Oh, okay. I saw that picture.
yeah, it's just a guy turning.
Running the mill, side view of some guy screaming.
Yeah, well, his eyes are wide and his mouth's open wide. So what I did was look up crazy faces. And I got people making silly faces, which is not crazy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh,
You gotta have like one where someone's going.
yeah, I have a reference for that. What I was telling you should have been doing in the picture you sent me.
I wish I could have. Kind of hard to take selfie that way. I'm usually alone, so you know. I mean, I guess I could teach Izzy to do it, but that would take a while. But she's an old dog, and that would be no trick, you know. But
Nobody else there would want to take a picture of you, right?
hell no.
Yeah, I was saying that I didn't know how many people were going to show up or not.
I wonder.
This thing's telling me nobody's actually watching.
Hmm.
What I was saying about YouTube is that it's kind of weird, but sometimes they don't show that people are watching at all.
Right. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. Somebody's knocking.
No, somebody's hammering.
Oh. Okay.
But to be fair, I didn't know if I was going to be streaming because I didn't know if anyone would show up.
Oh, Joe said he's not starting to stream until 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
But that's 45 minutes and people probably won't bother showing. At least people that are associated from Dave.
they could at least pop in and say, "Hey, what's up, Rich? What's up,
I
Snow?"
think they could, but
Oh well, they're lost. They're gonna be missing out on all of this.
yeah, right.
This.
Well, Dave is an excellent artist,
Yeah.
and I can understand people wanting to watch him.
Right. That's all right.
Those people that are watching me, mostly they're watching me because they either know what I am, who I am, or they're into the fine art aspect of what I'm doing instead of the comic book aspect. Because I'm not doing a comic book, you know.
Yeah. I have defeated Batman.
What's that?
I said I defeated Batman.
You defeated Batman?
Yes.
Were you trying to defeat Batman?
Well, you know, he keeps coming back. He keeps trying to crowd my face over you. He's about to get dealt with. Watching the good movies.
Last thing I was watching was Deadwood.
How was that?
Deadwood, the show.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Nope.
Huh. It's about Deadwood.
Okay.
Like the West.
Good.
Like the West.
Natalie Wood. Oh,
Timothy Oliphant's in it. That's the guy who plays Raylan on Justified.
All right.
Ian McShane's in it, who was the hotel dude in John Wick.
Okay.
And then there's a whole bunch of stars that you recognize. Brad Dourif and the guy that plays J.S. Sebastian in Blade Runner. The guy that the guy that got old fast.
Yeah.
He's in there. The guy that played the principal on Ferris Bueller,
All right.
who also played the bad guy in Howard the Duck.
He was also in Devil's Advocate.
I don't remember him in Devil's Advocate, but I guess
Yeah, he was
that
jogging.
movie.
and
What?
He was jogging in Central Park and he got killed.
Yeah, well, I guess I was gonna say I don't really have John Wick didn't, or not John Wick. Devil's Advocate didn't really stay with me that well. I just don't, maybe it was. Not that important to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, all I remember is Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino, and it was really kind of a boring plot line for being the devil being a salesman or some shit like that for the lawyer firm.
I thought it was a pretty good movie. I mean, I would have never played it. I mean, Al Pacino. If I was him, I'd have been on my knees every night. Just kidding, I need the paycheck. I didn't mean what I said, no problem. But, I kind of like sharing the screen with him and equality. I'm not just a little head in the box off to the corner.
Now that you mention it,
Oh no. Man! Back in the box.
get back in there.
Oh,
So we can see what I'm drawing, right?
yeah, man.
Yeah, the reference has got like iStock printed all across it and stuff, so it's really more basic of a reference that I might normally have been using.
Well,
But I'm not trying to copy it, like I said before. Like, I did a little bit closer to you than I was going to originally, but I knew I had your permission, so
right.
this guy, I'm not doing it at all completely like it. I want to do the eye smaller because it looks more fearful smaller. And then this is not going to be full-size image, because if so, then there'd be no room for Cthulhu. There's 3 heads that are like this big.
Right.
So this guy's going to be running sideways in the background. So I will be simplifying him down.
You gotta have somebody getting trampled in the background.
I don't have the room for that. It'd have to be a massive, massive panel or a massive canvas for me to be able to do that.
True.
Like, you're not even going to see the whole of Cthulhu, because if so, you're not going to see the people running out of the camera. And
Right.
Kind of what I'm attracted to with this idea is that fearfulness that you're going to see running right out at you 3D. So I said the name of this one is going to be Madness Unleashed, because the key is the madness that he's causing. So he'll be in the background, definitely noticeable. Probably 2/3 of the canvas, but
It'll be like looming almost over everybody, and you'll see everybody like running out.
well, he'll be behind everybody. He's not going to be as clear in this picture. He's going to be a little bit muddied, except for his eyes.
And that beak.
Yeah, that's what I'm debating on, is how much I exactly want to do.
I think that'll be badass. You throwing that beak, dude.
Well, yeah, but if I get that focused on that beak, then I have to focus more on him.
Right.
And I can't really let him be the scary thing that's not quite in your face, you know. The thing that's scary about Lovecraft's work is that most of his stuff is left to your imagination. A lot of this stuff, he'll say it's like too scary to describe. So take that away from the factor and focus too much on Cthulhu, then this is all kind of a waste, you know what I mean?
Right.
But this is a series of 4 paintings, and 2 of them are kind of detailed on Cthulhu. The last one is super focused on Cthulhu. Hyper focused, if you will.
Just got that.
What?
Looking over the comic, I just caught Joe put the hang loose sign after he got done with what he was saying. I was like, I just got that. There you go. Delicious. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Man, my Game Pass ran out. So now I can talk to Steve over the Xbox, but I can't play any games with him.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's all right, but I like to play games with them guys sometimes. You know, we get in there and fuck shit up. It's all right. Now we just get on there and bullshit for a while. It's kind of like normal without the 15 minutes of gameplay. Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
They kill you off quick, huh?
We'll be on for 3 hours and we'll play for like 15 minutes. The rest of the time you're just talking or going to the bathroom, going to get some beers, you know. All the time I'm sitting there, you know, with my finger up my nose, going, but, you know. At least I got Jake to talk to.
Is he showing up tonight?
Well, no. I told Steve he needs to pop on and at least give a shout out or something. I don't know if he got a computer. Well, shit, he could do it from his phone. I don't know. You know how Steve is.
I really don't anymore.
Well, all right. Think about how he used to be. Only older and drunk. Loud, obnoxious. Yeah, pretty much.
Go back to the sketching pencil because I don't want to play around with the stuff that's not playing around yet. Measuring stick.
What's up?
There are some stupid hairstyles today.
Well, you know, I'm sure that's what they said back in the day too.
Well, maybe. But I don't know. Tell me that's not a fucking stupid hairstyle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look, just a hairstyle.
Yep.
Woo.
They call that the
Look at,
hedgehog.
what the fuck is this?
It's a hedgehog. I'm telling you. They had the DA in the 50s, you
Look
know.
at this shit.
Hmm. Brush it all forward, you know. I don't know. I can't say too much about hairstyles because, you know. I had none.
You know,
But wait,
I don't think bald because you're having, I don't know, unevenness issues or whatever. I
right.
don't think bald is a bad hairstyle because it's not a hairstyle. It's like a lack of hairstyle. But when you get something that looks like a rooster fuck the hedgehog,
What? What do you want? You gonna start with me this early? We just been on for a half hour. You don't want to go out there, there's mud all over the place. You don't like the wetness. Conversations with a dog.
yeah, she heard that Dave's got a stream too.
I think she just wants attention. That's exactly what it is. Yes, I'll give you those. You want to come up here and say hi there, brother? Come on up. Can I pick you up? Yeah, I'll be up. There we go. Say hi. Hi. This is the old lady. Oh, this is up my nose. I love him. Thank you so much. There you go. Look right in the camera. Tell everybody hi.
Well, that was an unmanly sound.
What's that?
So that was an unmanly sound.
Oh, no. Hello. Oh, thanks for the kisses. I appreciate it. Oh. Bing, 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 bing. Here, let's get a nice mohawk here. Put your hair for you. That'll look good for the camera, right? There you go. Yeah! All right! With the mohawk. Good job. You ready to get down? Go ahead and get back up on the bed. There you go. See? There you go. All good. What? Go ahead and lay down. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. That was the Izzy Show. Short little intermission.
main objective almost always is to get the planes out of the way first,
Right.
just so you know where the shadows are. I like to hold a little bit back on the pencil like this. This is a lot of artists do this because when you're holding it back on the pencil,
Mm-hmm.
you're not as tempted to
Press so hard, right?
you're not as tempted to try to do the little details.
Oh, all right.
Like, I mean, yeah, press hard, but pressing hard, that's a bit of hand control mostly, but when you get a refining tool and you hold it really close, you want to do the little detailed stuff. But when I hold it back here, it kind of forces me to do the shape things.
Okay.
So you get the planes, you get the wrinkles, you get the fade outs. You know, I'm gonna come back in, you know, with the tortillon to smudge it. It's one good thing about using that kind of straight edge to get some measurements. You're not taking actual measurements. You're getting proportions.
Right.
So I would have not guessed that the bottom of the ear was in the middle of the mouth and the top because of his angle is actually right in line with the bottom of the top of the lip. That would not have been my guess.
Let's put the phone on.
And watching Renzo paint portraits today too.
Right.
The guy I sent you the link for the pastel portrait.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
Yeah, I was watching him do a portrait. Basically, he's using acrylics like they're oils.
All right. What do you want? Don't you start with a pump? What? Hey man, I'm gonna take 5 because she's doing it again. And it's not an attention thing this time. I shall return, man.
I'll be here for a while.
All right. I'll be back. You can hear me, but you can't see me. Oh shit. Hold up, hold up. Yeah. Ow. Boom, boom. Where you going?
So, because I've got the freedom to choose, I'm going to make his hair a little less stupid. Well, anyway, that weird lump in the front. What are you drawing, Joe? Yeah, I think I'm going to take the next weekly challenge. I've got something in mind. We've got another mod in. You can break it up a little bit. She's into Star Wars and manga, so wouldn't be surprised if that goes that direction. Oh, that's kind of fun too.
Damn dog, I swear. Gosh.
Oh, that was a little loud.
It's like, sheesh. Can you tell I'm back? Coming in the house, you trying to trip me and shit. Such a good little dog. He's a trained killer, man. Hey, you got the burr, right?
What?
The burr head.
The bird head. I actually changed it a little bit.
Yeah. Bing.
Another good thing about knowing you're going to simplify stuff.
What's that?
So another good thing about knowing ahead of time you're going to simplify stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be forever trying to get the hair perfect or whatever because I know that I'm going to simplify it. So.
Right on. I need another tattoo, man.
You need another tattoo, man.
What's up, Brett? He's back. Yeah, man. I need another tattoo, man. Chest piece this time. Getting into the biomechanical part on my arm. Bring it up and around. Well, it's not really biomechanical. It's kind of a natural biomechanic, if that makes sense. Well, you should. You made it. I have to get a lot of money and come up there. We can do that on stream.
Yeah. That's something I would never do on stream.
But why? I don't move around a lot, man.
So that's another cool thing about having two different types of lead. One's a softer one, which makes darker marks.
Right.
So I do all the shading with the other pencil, and then come in and darken stuff. And the shading still looks right, but it looks lighter. How you doing, Brett?
What's that? Oh, you saying hey, Brett?
Yeah, ask how he's doing.
Yeah. He says he's here. That's how he's doing.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
I know that's
He was having a hard night the other night, so I was
right on.
inquiring. Hopefully, it's gotten better for him.
Hopefully.
I haven't been using my electrical eraser yet.
Not yet. But you will.
Well, more than likely. It spoils me.
No.
I like the idea of having different faces and different characterizations, especially with this.
Right.
I've got one reference of a chick laughing. She's like pointing and her head's a little back laughing. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You had your last day. Was it Friday or was it yesterday? Or Monday? That relieves a little bit of pressure, right? Oh yeah, you said you were checking out for a new job or a different job, or was it a summer job or what? 'Cause I don't think I got an answer. Brett's a teacher, so
All right.
in case you don't remember from the earlier streams, we actually talked about it a little bit.
Yep. I remember. You know who else remembers? Pepperidge Farms remembers. He was interviewing for a department chair.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
did you get it, or do you know yet?
Oh, I'll let you know as soon as he pops up. I want to be a bad guy in a movie. Is that wrong? I want to be a real evil character. I mean, total opposite of what I am in real life. I think it'd be fun. Just to like, you know, just go with it.
If I had a job in a movie, that's probably what they'd put me in automatically. The number of people that look at me and lock their doors and shit.
Oh, who are you talking to?
Huh?
Everybody thinks that I'm mean or something. I don't know. Until I start talking to them. Be walking down the street and people be looking at me all weird, and I'd be like, "Hey, how you doing? Hi. Good morning. Hey, how you doing?"
I've
Then you're
literally
like,
had people with shittier cars look at me and lock their doors. Like I wouldn't even fucking want anything out of that car.
right? The car may be shit, but my stereo's nice. Roll them up.
I'll never forget the people that lock their doors when they're going down the road next to me. Like I'm gonna jump out of the car at 50 miles an hour and leap across lanes to rob them or some shit.
Brett says, if you don't know yet, you won't know until next week. We can say more later on Discord. So, there's your answer.
Well, we're in your corner anyway, man.
Yeah, man. You can do it right. Bam, bam, bam.
Someone keeps messaging me. Someone keeps messaging me.
Hopefully it's good news.
Hopefully it is good news. I tweeted a picture of a sculpture of the Hulk.
Right on.
Man, it looks really good, but it's made of scrap metal, so it's really cool that it's made of scrap metal, you know.
Right.
But I posted it on Twitter and I tagged Dale Keown.
All right.
And he liked it, and now like 50 other people are liking it, so that's popping up all over the place on my posts too, my alerts. So you didn't work today, right? You're not working till Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. Saturday night.
So you won't know if they've got the shit fixed.
I hope they did. I ain't doing that shit all over again. I think he's talking about the Hulk. He's like, it was me,
What's that?
Brett. You typed in, it was me. I think it was when you were talking about the Hulk.
No, I think he was talking about the people that were messaging me.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, he messaged me a couple of times, but I got some alerts too, so wasn't all on him.
Right. Yeah.
Get the midtones this way, but This pencil will not color really dark. I mean, I have to really press hard, almost break it to get anything really dark.
Right on.
It's a pretty good clue because I can actually take this pencil and rub it this way on the paper until the paper is full of black or full of dark gray, and it won't even put a point on the lead. So,
Well, that's cool.
well, I don't know if it's cool or not, but it does allow me to use it as a like a shading tool more than like a solid line drawing tool. Here's the electric eraser. Here it makes its appearance. Sometimes there's just no good substitute for a real finger rub. Here comes the "that's what she said" jokes.
Ow! Yeah.
Or not.
Oh, butt.
Oh yeah, I've got SI joint dysfunction. It's been acting up for the last couple of days.
Mm.
That is not fun.
No, it's just not.
Too bad that you can't come up for that show. It'd be cool to meet up on the town. I'm missing something either.
Yeah, I'm just being weird over here. Let's see something. I can dig it. Gotcha, 100%, man. Talking to you. Talking to you.
You talking to me?
Yeah. I looked at the chat. Private chat.
Oh. Huh.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, you know.
Yes, I do. Totally understood, dude. Totally.
Maybe there's some stuff moving around upstairs. That normally means Amanda's moving some shit around. I'll just stay the fuck out of her way. I'll find out what's going on later when I go upstairs.
Maybe holler up once in a while. Are you okay, baby?
Hey, brother, I don't know if I told you, but I've got some books that are ready to come out to you. I just keep forgetting to put them in the mail.
Right on. Okay.
I'm like, I've got a 3-book collection on one of them, so I'm 1 book into it, so I kind of got to read the other two, and then I can send you 5 at once.
All right.
We're talking about the James Bond collection.
Ah,
Funny because I started buying them and reading them because they're changing them. They're making them more politically correct and sensitivity approved and all this bullshit.
yeah, blah, blah, yakety smackety bullshit.
Well, that's what they're doing. I don't have a choice. I don't have a say in the matter, but I thought, if I want to read them the way they're supposed to be, I better get at it.
Right on.
And what I thought at the time was that Brett had read some of them because we had a discussion about James Bond, and he was saying how much he liked a certain character. So I thought he had read them, and I was like, "Oh, I need to read them." And then I'm asking him, "How many have you read?" He's like, "None." I'm like, wait, what? So I'm like, well, I guess I know what I can do with the books after I'm done, because I'd much rather them go to somebody who really would love to read them,
Right on. I can dig it.
I'm not going to reread them. That's like, I've got a lot of books that I'm not going to reread, but I've hung on to for collection purposes,
Right on.
Like, I've been collecting this, that. Like, I've got all the Howling trilogy, and I'm not going to reread the Howling trilogy. The only real good one out of the Howling trilogy was the first one, and
Right on.
I can understand why he did the other ones, because he made money off that one, and that was a time period that horror wasn't really paying well.
Right.
So I definitely understand that. But so, do you remember the Howling with the freaks in it, where the werewolf was in the circus and all this other shit?
I believe I might. I'm not.
I don't remember which one it was. I think it was like 4 or 5 or something like that. It's called The Freaks.
I only got the 3, and
it's called the Freaks. But the Howling II, as the book, it's actually the husband from the first one and the chick that turned him into a werewolf.
Okay.
Because they survived the fire.
All right.
But even though they survived the fire, the main chick, the human, shoots the other chick in the head. So.
Oh, shoot. All right.
So she's out for revenge, and she wants the husband to kill the wife, and he's reluctant because it's still his wife, and he betrayed her to get where he is.
Brett says, which character did I say I liked? I've seen them all. I've seen all the films.
You were talking about Auric, Goldfinger. I don't know if you know it, but Auric means having to do with gold. So his name means having to do with gold, Goldfinger.
Yeah, he's awesome. That's what Brett said.
Yeah, well, like that's what I thought he said.
Okay, I'm just reading it for you.
No, I was saying that's what I thought he said he liked. So.
All right. All right. He said,
I'm not trying to put words in his mouth, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Right on. He said, yeah, all equals gold. So AU equals gold.
Yeah, auric means pertaining to gold. I had occasion to look it up. I think actually, I don't remember where it was. Yeah, but it's Fleming named his characters some really weird shit. All of them got nicknames. None of them are just regular names. Pretty much, they're all something else.
I don't know. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, that was what prompted me to start reading them.
Mm-hmm.
Dude had some super white eyes. Like, normally, like, really, you don't get white for eyes. You get some type of gray, or because you got some shadowing on it. But this guy's eyes look like they're almost painted.
Damn.
Teeth are mighty white too.
It's Photoshop, man.
Now the skin color is all pinkish and weird. And like not weird for what it is, but the skin color tells me if it's photoshopped, it's just white in the teeth and white in the eyes, which is really weird.
Right on.
I'm gonna try to draw any solid whites. If I leave white in a picture, it's just kind of supposed to be a plain color, like a value. Try not to leave anything specifically really white. Well, the day stream's probably started. Oh yeah, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
One of those places where I'd actually love to be watching that stream, even though I don't need any help doing Copics. I've done Copics for a long time. And the last I knew, he was nervous about doing Copics. But I guess you got benefits when you're really one of the top comic artists, that you can get a hold of other artists that are expert in the thing that you're lacking, so you can learn it, which is,
Right on.
you know, pretty cool on one hand, and on the other, it's like, yeah, kind of, you got an unfair advantage. Not everybody can, will have just anybody show up and like just any artist show up to help out. Cool though. I mean, he shares it. He shares his process. He shares his learning process. But not anybody could just run around and be all like, "Hey, Johnny just started. Come teach me how to water paint." You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not an option. Going to Jeff Watts' atelier, and he gets a hold of Jeff Watts and paint squash with Jeff Watts. Yeah, if he wasn't who he was, then that's not going to happen. I couldn't just go to Jeff Watts and go, "Hey, let's paint on screen together." The whole atelier is an art school, so he gets paid to do that.
Right on. Yeah.
Plus, everybody that I know from the French fan server has been waiting for him to come back to doing his Monday night streams. But he's got his own comic creation, which I showed you when I popped out that book, the Monday Night Draw book.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
When the guy who was posing as him showed up.
Yeah.
They can still loosely shape this pencil because I'm actually shading the ear by doing this big thick outline. And when I color the hair, I'm going to color it up past this thickness to where it should be.
Mm-hmm. It gives it almost a 3D effect. It makes the ear pop out.
Yep, that's what it's supposed to do.
Well, you're doing it right then.
Whew.
I know. What would you do without me, right?
I was thinking I'm doing something right.
Well, you know, someone got to tell you.
Nobody's even close to it most of the time. I thought the idea was to keep me humble.
Hey, you know.
You suck. Thanks.
Looks like shit. Press on. I can never be that person, man.
Well, I'm glad that you're not. I really have enough of them. I have enough of that person.
Yeah, me too.
I have enough volunteers for that shit.
looking pretty good, man.
What's that?
I said it's looking pretty good, man.
I don't know why, but for some reason this makes me think of Yakov Smirnoff.
Yeah. Okay, I see it now.
I didn't see it when I started. It's pretty much all I can see.
What a country.
You know, I hadn't even thought about that guy either. We are going to have to do some channel giveaways.
Yeah. Sounds good, sounds good. Yeah.
Chris Evans. Wow. I don't get that. Of course, maybe because I know his hair is black and he's got this big kind of half unibrow going on. You seen The Gray Man?
No.
Well, Chris Evans plays the bad guy. Well, one of the bad guys in The Gray Man. It's actually the main bad guy in the book, but I cannot recommend the book.
I'm trying to think who Chris Evans is.
Captain America.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that looks like him and Scott Pilgrim when he was a skateboard dude.
Oh, I don't know.
I can see it there.
I could see somebody saying that about the kind of Nicolas Cage crazy face, but we got to figure out what we're going to do about Saturdays.
Not sure, really.
Because my Sundays are committed already.
No. I don't know if they'll have me working every Saturday. I'm not sure. I will surely keep you informed. Because the way they got me bouncing back and forth days and nights.
Yeah, well, you know, the job is an important thing, so
Right on.
this is not a job. If it was a paying job, you wouldn't have to worry about it, but it's not. So
Yeah.
we like to do this, but
Yeah. I enjoy hanging out with you, man.
yeah, well, and you know, the whole live stream bit is kind of addictive too, you know, in a
Right.
way.
All my friends in chat. Yeah.
I'm gonna approach this painting from a different angle than I did last time.
Yeah.
We're definitely not going to do. We're definitely not going to do a Payne's gray coat,
All right.
but I think we might do, because it's already primed. I just toned it, so because it's already primed, I think I might just do like the sky and then work forward from that.
All right.
And then the tone of the, well, it's going to be illustration board this time, but the tone of the illustration board is going to be the sky tone. And we'll still have a base tone, but it definitely won't be working over that dark gray where I can't see what I'm doing.
Right.
I think it's going to be a more greenish colored sky this time.
All right.
I'm still going to do it in wash and build it from a wash, but what I'm going to employ is a little bit different of a method.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the idea of experimenting a little bit, trying some different methods, and then, you know, being hopefully an inspiration to other people to try different stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody made me this clipboard when I was drawing Flash.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really made for 11 by 14.
Right.
I actually was really considering breaking away from this to do a kind of a doodling around stream where I could do something with Copics too. I've got some comic paper that I haven't gotten a chance to use yet. Ow! But like I said, I think for the David Finch server, I think I'm going to do this week's challenge because I've got an idea that I think would be fun. And maybe that will work out in such a way where you can use the comic board for that and do some Bristol board.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to keep consistent, if you notice while I'm turning the board, is I'm trying to keep consistent strokes of the hair, like when I'm coloring.
Right on.
I'm trying to actually layer it in so that the drawing kind of looks like hair too.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to be doing that with paintbrush. It's going to be mostly black, and except for the edges, then or not black, but dark or whatever dark color I choose. But once we get to the edges where the porcupine sits in his hair, I'm just going to use a beaten up brush to get some hair texture.
Sounds good.
But for the drawing, you can't really do it that way. More of a pity. Like if I was charcoal armor, I'd be able to. It's so weird how every medium has its different advantages and techniques that works with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons I'm excited to see what you're going to do with the pastels. I've never actually used the pastels. I thought about it. I bought some oil pastels a long time ago.
Why not?
Then I decided I should try regular pastels before I try oil. Because oil's not, not very forgiving.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I guess it could be forgiving, but I don't know. I think oil is really intimidating for a lot of people. It is for me a little bit.
All right.
It shouldn't be, because really it's the same thing. And like if you mess up or whatever, you can just paint over it. So
True.
and that's the same pretty much with all paints. I mean, it's a little bit different with watercolors, but you can reactivate them
Right.
and make something cleaner that wasn't so clean in the first place. I actually just did that the other day. We went up to a laser light show with Eli.
Yeah, how was that?
He enjoyed it. I mean, the laser lights are cool, but when we went up, it was supposed to be 80s and 90s music or whatever. They had like three different slots. One was 80s or 90s music, which was basically pop, and one was classic rock, which was later, and then there was a Metallica one too. But we needed to be able to get home and get Eli home, for bedtime. And Kate went with us, and she doesn't live with us, so she needed to be able to make it home too. So we went up to the earliest one, and while we were waiting and they were walking around checking out the campgrounds or whatever, or the fairgrounds, which really wasn't much, I was we parked across people that from people that we knew from a totally different place, because where we went we didn't know anybody there.
Right on.
But we ended up parking facing a couple of cars with people that we recognized. They didn't recognize us, but we recognized them.
All right.
Like two of them at least friended me on Facebook and looked right at me. I know they've seen my Facebook page, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know they've seen me, they know who I am, because we have mutual friends. And they didn't notice. And they were parked next to somebody else that we knew, that Amanda was like, don't let him know we're here. Don't call him over. Well, he's an idiot. He actually, got fucking swastikas tattooed on him.
Oh.
But he's not, I don't think he's really what he's appearing to be. I think he was going in jail and wanted to have protection or some shit.
Would he shake my hand?
He probably would because he's fucking rapping. You know, he's dancing around and bopping around to music that was definitely black people music, and black people made it. So, you know, someone that hated somebody based on their color probably wouldn't be listening to that music.
Right.
I don't hate anybody based on their color, and I don't listen to that music. You know, so he obviously knew some of the words. So he's just not very smart. You know.
Right.
I don't know if he got that shit covered up or what, but I think he just got it because he thought it made him look tough and cool, and he probably got it to not get raped in prison or some shit.
Well, he's not by the white supremacist. Oh, yeah. Let's see, white supremacist, big black dude.
Well, it's Maine, so, you know, probably not either, you know?
Right on.
Like, when I first came up here, I saw some people that were pretending to be KKK or whatever, but in actuality, I knew they weren't. You know, Hank was up here, and none of them fucked with him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if they were going to, you know, that's the guy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think he's really a white supremacist. I just think he's an idiot. One of those people that have bad tattoos.
Right.
Ooh. Like that whole Boondock Saint tattoos.
Right.
I don't believe for a minute that anyone that's getting the Boondock Saint tattoos actually believes what they believe in the movie.
Right.
They might believe in truth and justice, but more than likely they're not religious.
Right.
I tattooed that particular tattoo on somebody that I've known for a while, but I hadn't seen the movie.
Right.
And I asked why he was getting it, and he didn't say because I thought it was cool and I saw it in the movie. You know what I mean? He gave me some bullshit line. Then a couple of years later, I realized he saw the fucking movie. Because he got, you know, one of them has Aquidus and the other one has Veritas, which is truth and justice or whatever. And he got it on both trigger fingers, like one on one and one on the other instead of picking one.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic for about 5 minutes and we'll give my daughter a call, tell her good night and all that good stuff.
Oh no, we're going to lose the 2 viewers we got now.
No, you guys stay right there, damn it. I'm just closing the mic down.
Brett, you're a moviegoer. What was the last thing you went to see in the movies? Any good? Yeah, I find that's happening more and more. But I think James Gunn wanted to get out of it because he was being transferred to DC and given all kinds of power at DC. Yeah, he didn't like when you. I don't know if you saw him, but if you saw when he was talking about his 3-stage plan or whatever for what he was doing with DC movies, he was rolling his eyes when he did Shazam, and that sucked because even though Shazam wasn't right on the comics, it was a really fun movie, and a lot of people really loved it. So he did that shit wrong too. But you know, some people don't give a shit what they do wrong because they don't care about the fan base really.
It's all about the money.
What's that?
I said it's all about the money.
Sometimes it's all about the cause of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes both. James Gunn was like fucking all making fun of child abuse and all this other shit. And that's why he got pulled originally from Guardians of the Galaxy, was some abusive statements dealing with kids.
Oh shit.
He never really apologized for that shit because he got his job back, you know. That's
If it was about the
now he's he's in charge of DC. He's like, what the fuck are you thinking? But, you know. But yeah, if you notice, a lot more of movies and entertainment are trying to push political idealism and what they want society to be over just enjoying, you know,
right.
what
We've
it
had
is.
conversation. And
Yeah,
I don't want to go get a release from the world. I don't want you throwing in shit from the world in my movie I'm trying to escape from.
Right.
Escape the world from. You know?
Especially if it's something that is not with this world or in this world, you know?
Yeah.
So it kind of takes me out of what I'm watching, takes me out of I can't suspend my disbelief when they start doing that shit.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But they're, we've had this conversation. They are doing it and everything, but
yeah,
that's the thing is when you say it's all about the money, it's not, because they lose half their audience when they do that shit.
Right. But see,
they're losing money on it, but they're just making enough money that they don't care.
Right.
Which is too bad, because they'd make a lot more money if they did care. And they'd make a satisfying product, you know?
Right. Well,
if you eliminate politics from movies or from TV or from books or whatever, your audience grows probably at least twice, you know?
Right.
At least twice what it was, because you're no longer saying, well, if you don't agree with my politics, then you're just either going to have to read it or don't read my shit, you know?
Right.
Because people will just not read your shit. You know?
Right. See, what I was saying, the whole about the money shit thing, is they don't show you their views when they're showing trailers of a movie. They're showing you the shit that's going to pop and hold your attention.
Well, yeah.
So you're going to spend your money going to see that movie that one time. You're going to get a rush of fans checking it out. And then it doesn't matter. You've already made your money off of them fans. You know
that's what they did with Star Wars.
And it's bullshit. But
that's what they did with Star Wars, and that's why they kind of ruined it, and that's why they don't have the fandom that they have for the next movies.
Right on.
Yeah, it's... Why ruin something good? I really don't get it. Oh, I was checking, I don't know if you saw it, but on Twitter I saw somebody post a TikTok of Michelle Rodriguez.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's all like, why y'all gotta mess with white people? Why don't you gotta mess with white superheroes? Why don't you make your own? Like,
yeah, well, she got a point.
well, yeah, she has been pretty much cast in the I'm going to take the white person role away and give it to a person of color, and she's sitting there defending, the other people's opinions, which I thought was really cool. Like, there's room for everybody's stories.
Yeah, there is. Don't revamp another hero with a girl that's supposed to be a dude. Don't, make them gay when they're straight or whatever. I don't care about it.
Make a gay character. Create a gay character. Don't turn one gay.
Yeah, I mean the way Marvel's kicking out universes. Come on, man. You can throw in new characters or fucking an old character in a different universe.
They've got gay characters that have been established that are all right, not because they're gay, because they're good characters,
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter if they're gay. Midnighter's gay. His boyfriend's Apollo. They're superheroes.
Yeah, you were telling
me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what matters. You follow them as superheroes. You don't follow them as a gay couple. You follow them as superheroes.
Having a story about, I don't know, a lawyer or a school teacher, and then focusing on their bedroom life. You don't do that. You just focus on the character.
Unless it's integral to the story,
Yeah. Okay.
But you shouldn't do it just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
Like, if it's integral to the story, if it matters, like if a lawyer is gay and his boyfriend gets beat up while he's at work because he's gay and he's defending a gay guy or something like that, yeah, that's pertinent to the story. You know what I mean?
Right. But
yeah,
just be like da. Oh, and then you're gonna kiss passionately, and I don't care. Put it in your pants, motherfucker.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what the character's sexual whatever is. If the character is someone you can't get behind, it doesn't matter anyway, right?
Right.
And that's the thing.
I was telling some friends that they're releasing a new version of The Color Purple. The tagline is something along the lines of a new take on a beloved classic. And his friend asked if the cast was going to be white this time.
Yeah, of course not.
That would be a short story.
I've seen the updated cast, but shit. I was watching a black guy on YouTube that was talking about how a lot of these movies that he grew up on that were pointing out racism or whatever were bullshit. They knew that they were bullshit at the time, like Roots. That was a bullshit movie. When we were younger, we watched that, remember?
Yeah.
And it turns out that the whole fucking idea behind it's bullshit. It was all a lie, and they knew it was a lie at the time.
Right.
But it was all about.
All right, Brett. Brett says you gotta go, man. All right, Brett. Hey, you have a good night, dude. And I'll see you next time I see you, man.
I'll probably see you on Sunday.
God bless. Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got your book thing.
My writing group, yeah.
Writing guild. That's right.
Well, not writing guild, writing group.
Group?
Yep, it's just a writers group. It's a group of writers that we kind of hold ourselves accountable as writers. Like, I want to get so much written per week.
Right.
Or in Brett's case, he's like writing a short story and to keep him on track of doing that short story and getting that short story done, he will show us how much that he did in a week.
Okay.
And we'll kind of look it over and see if anything, stands out that can be clarified, or we try to go by the Orson Scott Card's 3 rules of being a smart reader, which is it believable?
Right. All right.
Is it confusing to read? Is it believable? And is it, is it believable? Is like, that's just bullshit. That couldn't have happened.
Right.
If I think we've discussed before, but like if you're in a world where people fly,
does it match up with the world you're writing about?
Right. Like, well, is it believable within the world that you're writing about?
Yeah.
So it basically what you're saying is that if a character can fly, or if a character can fly, you have to tell people earlier on in the story, not just like right when they start flying.
Right. You're like, oh, surprise. And then this happens.
That's right, because it'll feel like it's cheating.
Yeah.
So, that's one of the three. One of the big 3. The big 3 is whether it's believable, whether it's readable, or whether it's boring. Because those are the 3 that you really can't come back from. If I write something that's boring as hell, you're going to put it down. It doesn't matter whether you like me or not.
Right.
You're not going to want to press on because it's boring, If it's confusing and you don't get what you're reading, you don't understand what you're reading, same thing. You're not going to read very far into it.
Right.
And if you're reading it and it seems like everything's going too easy for the character and, whatever, it'll just be bullshit. Or if the bad guy gets away with too much, it'll be bullshit too, because if you make the reader want to throw the book across the room or the story across the room or whatever,
right,
you failed. That's not what you're trying to do.
Right.
So we're kind of trying to safeguard each other from those eventualities, you know what I mean?
Right. Yep. I can dig it.
I think this is pretty close to done anyway. Like, I was only mainly doing the headshot. I wanted that expression, really, one different kind of madness expression. Before you sent me that really cool picture, I had printed this one off. I printed another one where a guy's grabbing his head like we were talking about. Well, he's grabbing his hair.
All right.
But hair doesn't matter. It's the same principle as you're going mad. You're trying to pull your hair out. You're trying to keep your head from caving in or push your head in or whatever.
You ought to take that electric eraser and put like some froth out of the corner of his mouth.
If I was doing his head this big,
yeah,
maybe.
All right.
But I'm going to shrink this down. He's going to be a background guy.
Right. Yeah.
Especially if you're in the foreground, because that picture, I mean, the size of the board that I'm using, your picture will take up most of the foreground.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And then the next chick back that's screaming, the one that I did first, will probably go to this side of you. This guy will go to the other side of you a little bit further back. Actually, farther back.
Well, either way.
Well, yeah, because further and farther are two different things. People conflate them all the time. But farther is distance. Further is deeper. Like, go further into a book, further into a subject, you go farther away from somebody.
Got it. Wasn't
Actually, it's David Farland was talking about that as because he was one of the judges for the Writers of the Future contest, as a definite show that person wasn't very well studied in writing if they didn't know the difference between further and farther. Which I kind of thought was petty because they're interchangeable in conversation.
right. Okay.
And the answer to that is if you're writing in dialogue, anything is forgivable. Because it's in dialogue and it's in the way they speak, and the way they speak may not be right. But when you're writing the exposition, that needs to be right. Because it's not a character speaking. Most of it is a character speaking. First person character speaking, but generally that's the only one that's a character speaking. Also holding back this far on the pencil, you were saying earlier you don't press as hard, and that's right. But that's a technique I'm more concerned with the darker leaded pencil
Yeah.
than the lighter leaded pencil.
Oh, me.
Totally boring watching me draw, I'm sure.
What's that?
I said it's totally boring watching me draw, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's alright. You got different techniques. Just watch. I said I'm picking up different techniques just watching you do it.
That's the hope, but people
Well, I know I am.
do or don't,
Yeah.
I can't, can't speak for anybody, but I do that. That's like I was saying. I was watching a guy paint earlier, and some of what I'm doing is applied from the techniques that he's using to paint.
All right.
But it's the same thing. I mean, when you're doing art, you're representing something.
There's someone I want you to check out on Instagram. What? Wait a second. Did you kill her Instagram account? Never mind. It's just an Instagram user. Okay. Never mind then.
I was gonna say that sounds like it's gonna be hard to check that person out. All right, I think that's it. One person watching, so.
Hey,
And
that's one more than zero.
That's the final, actually. See if I can get him all in frame, but close enough for you to see what's going on.
Very cool.
I'll turn off this light. And make them clearer.
Yeah, it takes the shine off of his chin or off of his cheekbone.
Yeah, this hair's pretty dark there too. I guess I'll do both. Yeah, I guess it takes the glare off of everything, really.
Right on.
It's so weird. That's the overhead light. So
What's up, Mike?
it shows up at the end.
He's probably been there all along, lurking in the background.
We're just about to go now. This is done. This is number 3. So I'm probably gonna, like I said, I want to get a couple of smaller figures so I can get more of the figure. And then I gotta do Cthulhu.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting one. All right. So, with the help of some maker. Not sure what that. I sent the word. Not to me. Then. Oh, okay. So with the help of some makers, what do you mean? Went to see June? Oh, perfect. Maker's Mark. Gotcha. Gotcha. Maker's Mark. I have a bottle of that. I don't drink very often. I haven't drunk in a year or more, but I've got some Maker's Mark and some Glenfiddich. I'm big on drinking and drawing either. Alright, well, I'm going to end the stream because it's almost 11. I didn't think we were going to last this long because I didn't think we'd have that many viewers hanging out.
Alright.
So, obviously, I'll see you for the Wordle tonight, Mark. Anyone that's watching, anyone that has watched, God bless.
God bless, man.
Great night. We love you.
Love, peace, chicken grease. Appreciate y'all coming out.
And that's the rest.